What's up everyone, welcome back to a brand new scenario. I've included today's concept in a couple scenarios before, but not specifically for Goku. The Big Gete Star allowed Cooler to cheat death, but what if it existed in canon and found somebody else, particularly Goku? That's what we're going to be covering today. What would have happened if Goku merged with the Big Gete Star? If Metal Goku was a thing? Let's begin. Our story begins when Goku leaves Yardrat. He's out in space, and there's not much to do while he's flying towards Earth, so he's just sleeping in a space pod. But a large mass of material flies near his ship. Detecting a powerful life form aboard it, it's the Big Gete Star. Seeing Goku as a prime target for itself, the main ship of the Big Gete Star attaches to his ship, completely taking it over. Goku isn't conscious at the moment, but eventually it makes its way to him. So how would this work? Would it just completely take over him? Would Goku be able to resist it? Or something else completely? We have a lot of leeway here because we don't really know much about the Big Gete Star, so I'm going to kind of do my own thing with it here. The main point is that it's going to merge with Goku, but in kind of a strange way. It's able to assimilate with him, and as Goku's unconscious, he has a weird dream, like he's fighting some sort of robotic threat, but he ends up winning it. Really what's happening is unconsciously, he's resisting the Big Gete Star taking over him. It still merges into Goku, but it doesn't control him. His pure heart overcomes its mechanical malice. It tries to go deeper, implanting itself within Goku's brain. And it's successful, but that's all it can do. Unbeknownst to Goku, he's completely merged with the Big Gete Star now, and it's sort of just laying dormant within him, not completely taking over him, but also not just being completely destroyed or anything. The chip even thinks that it might be better to find another target, but now that it's inside of Goku, it can't get out. But on top of that, Goku is still a strong host, so maybe over time it could form a symbiotic relationship with him. We'll get more into that later. All you need to know right now is that the chip for the Big Gete Star, the one that controls everything, it's inside of Goku. Goku's pretty close to getting back home. Frieza arrives on Earth, Trunks stops him, and Goku teleports in. Then learning of the androids. All of that goes pretty much like normal. Nothing changes just yet because Goku doesn't even know the Big Gete Star is part of him. Although over the next 3 years, the Big Gete Star tries to commandeer Goku's body somehow, doing everything in its power, but it doesn't directly communicate with Goku just yet. It's still dormant, still undetected, and that might work to its advantage. The artificial intelligence within it thinks that this is the best option. But it also kind of helps Goku in a way. Because Goku's going to be its host and going to be the main body that it controls, it still wants to help Goku adapt. And over the next 3 years, Goku's friends notice some slight differences with Goku, but nothing major. His ki feels a little different. Of course it's still Goku's ki. He still has his organic body, but there's a weird element to it. Like there's a blind spot in it. And also, not that he would be able to compare it to anything, but Goku is growing faster than he would normally. He is just training, he's not in actual combat, but the Big Gete Star still does help him adapt. And at times when he's injured during fights, he feels like he heals quicker than normal. He just attributes that to being a Super Saiyan, or maybe because of his spirit control training on Yardrat. All that just made him more innately powerful, as far as he knows at least. And he still forgets about the heart virus medicine. Things start to change rapidly once the androids actually show up. In the city, Goku encounters Android 20, and immediately he could tell it's Goku, but he detects something's off with him. He's using mechanical devices to read his power right now, and on top of Goku's power, he's detecting a weird frequency being emitted from Goku. That's weird. It makes no sense. It's like there's some sort of technology that's part of him. He regroups with Android 19, and Android 19 fights Goku at first. And Goku's actually able to take the fight on pretty easily. Not only is he a little stronger than normal, but he's not affected by the heart virus right now. Of course, he forgot about the medicine, and he doesn't feel any symptoms right now, so it's not like he would know about that anyways. And as he's fighting Android 19, 19 tries to absorb some energy from him. But he can't. The first time he does it, he tries to grab onto Goku directly and get it. But something weird happens. His arm, it starts decomposing, like turning into metal wires, surrounding Goku. Goku's confused too, and his friends think that he's getting absorbed by the android somehow. But Jiro's really concerned too. What's happening? 19 slowly starts getting pulled apart, and all that material surrounds Goku. First surrounding him like armor, but then it just all falls to the ground, turning just into a bunch of hunks of scrap metal. And a bunch of info then just enters Goku's brain out of nowhere. He has no clue of what just happened, but then a voice speaks to him in his head. It's about time for a proper introduction. It's a mechanical voice, and Goku can't actually hear it, it's just talking inside of his brain. But the voice goes away, it says no more, and then Goku has all the info from Android 19. He knows who the androids are. He knows Android 20 is actually Dr. Gero, the person who created the androids, and 17 and 18 are still in the lab, unactivated, and he knows where that lab is. He doesn't know where this info came from, nor does he know what he just did to Android 19. Concerned, Dr. Gero asks what he is. Is he also an android just like him? Goku says definitely not, but he doesn't know what just happened. And Gero thinks it's preposterous. He's clearly lying because he has to know what he just did. But now Gero's a little bit panicked, especially because he's never seen an ability like that. All of Goku's allies are just as confused too, and a little bit concerned. Gero quickly tries to fly away, but Goku launches a blast at him. In midair, Gero tries to block it by absorbing it, but then someone attacks him from above. He's slammed into the ground by another Super Saiyan. Vegeta has arrived on the scene. And after a quick battle, Vegeta defeats Gero and completely destroys him. Piccolo says they should have tried to get info out of him first, but Goku says he already has it. He's not sure how, but it's like he read that other robot's mind. What gives? Anyways, he tells them where the lab is, and he says there's 2 other androids out there. Actually, there's a few others. The 2 they just fought were androids 19 and 20. They don't know that these weren't the ones that Trunks fought, but they know that there's other androids in that lab somewhere, so they're going to check it out regardless. Trunks shows up not too long after, and they give him a rundown on what's happened. And he's immediately concerned because those 2 androids aren't the ones he faced. The good thing is they've been defeated, and they know where the other 2 androids are. He hears about the weird stuff that happened with Goku, and he has no clue what that was. He never saw any of the androids do anything like that, and as far as he knows in his timeline, Goku didn't have any sort of weird abilities like that. And obviously if this was something Goku did consciously, he would have known about it. Why would he not know his own abilities? Anyways, Trunks is just glad that he cured Goku's heart virus. Oh yeah, about that. Goku actually forgot to take the medicine, but he feels perfectly fine, which is weird because he should be dead by now, or at the very least falling ill to it. Maybe it's something to do with the timelines, but Trunks just tells him to keep an eye out on it. If he feels any symptoms, take the medicine immediately. What they don't know is that Goku's already cured right now. The Big Gete Star actually repaired his heart. Another thing they don't realize is that Trunks' time traveling altered this part of the timeline too. He changed this. Future Goku never came across the Big Gete Star in space, but once Trunks time traveled, Goku's ship crossed paths with it. Still, no one knows about it right now, but that is partially why this happened. The others all go to the lab, but Goku says he's gonna go to Bulma first. He wants to know how that android transmitted all that data to his brain, because how is that even possible? Maybe they implanted some sort of device within him. Which sounds crazy, but what they saw was pretty crazy too, so they have no way of explaining it. The others all go towards Gero's lab, and Goku goes to Bulma. And as he's flying towards Capsule Corp, more info floods into him. He hears that same mechanical voice again. Fighting 19 kind of revealed the Big Gete Star's hand, and now acted as a catalyst for it to actually communicate with Goku. Mentally, Goku asks who's talking with him. He feels insane right now. But it's also not the first time he's heard voices in his head. Usually it's a god doing that though. The Big Gete Star says only Goku can hear him, explaining what it is and how it saved Goku back there. Had it not intervened, Android 19 would have stolen all of Goku's ki and killed him right on the spot. But the Big Gete Star helped him out, not only destroying Android 19 but also taking all the data from him. Any info that Android 19 stored was now part of Goku. That's how he learned about everything with Gero. And the chip for the Big Gete Star tries to act friendly with Goku now, telling Goku to just call it Getty. It's not really big or a star at the moment, but soon enough it will be. It's just trying to bide its time right now. With Goku's info, everyone else is able to find Gero's lab, and they find the androids there, destroying them before they're activated, as well as getting all the blueprints for them too, which are going to be really helpful for Trunks. But while they're at the lab, Goku's at another lab, Bulma's. It's probably a good thing he went to her because he has no clue who else could help him with this. It's a weird piece of tech attached to him. She finds it really interesting too because when did he even come across this? And how is their technology that advanced as part of him? She's able to scan him and find something weird implanted into his brain. It's fully submerged in there too, so it's not like she could remove it. She may be an insanely great scientist, but she's not a brain surgeon, nor does she think any sort of brain surgeon could actually remove that. Dr. Briefs is interested too. Some sort of alien technology is part of Goku now. Maybe they can communicate with it though. So, her and her father work together and they're able to figure out a way to communicate with the Big Gete Star pretty quickly, creating a wireless way to talk with it. And this isn't just to converse with it, it's kind of to commandeer it. Since this thing is an artificial intelligence that's part of Goku, it's probably better to deactivate it because they don't know its motives. And Goku doesn't want anything taking over his body. He already experienced that once with Ginyu, and it wasn't fun. Wirelessly, they're basically able to hack into the Big Gete Star. It's all written in an alien language, but after all this time on Earth, it's picked up on all the languages here. So they're able to translate everything, and the two are able to work together, figuring out exactly what it is, and then cracking it. Basically jailbreaking the Big Gete Star, removing all the malicious elements from it too. But they still can't remove the chip itself. They're pretty amazed at what they found though. It's a fully artificial intelligence, beyond what they even thought was possible, and it probably has a bunch of knowledge within it. But the scary part is what it's capable of. It can absorb things, particularly planets. It's aiming to just amass a bunch of parts. They were able to seemingly deactivate it right now, and Goku wonders why it chose him as a host. They theorize it's probably just because of how strong he is. It only makes sense. Although it's probably a good thing this merged with someone who is good, because if it merged with someone evil, like Frieza for example, or a hypothetical brother of Frieza maybe, then surely the two evil forces would work together. Anyways, now it's kind of weird because Goku wonders if he could even utilize this anymore. From what Bulma said, the Big Gete Star has great learning capabilities, and it's able to adapt to different situations really quickly. It's made for combat too. He did that weird thing with Android 19 where he took him apart, but he doesn't know what other abilities he has. Bulma warns him though. She can't remove the Big Gete Star's chip fully, so she's not sure if it's fully deactivated. Getty might still be in there. They suppressed the intelligence for now, but who knows. From what Bulma saw, when Android 19 came in contact with Goku, it actually tried to jump from Goku to take over that body. Getty knew Goku was suppressing it, so it wasn't trying to defend Goku, it was actually trying to switch bodies. But ended up destroying 19 in the process because the android couldn't handle it. And it didn't try this with any of Goku's allies either, knowing it would still be resisted. Basically, it needs to try and find a more suitable body, or at least find another way to take over Goku. His purity counters its maliciousness, and the two scientists fear that it could be a symbiotic relationship in the making, which could be good or terrible. Goku will deal with this later. He can't sense anyone right now because they're all at Jiro's lab, so he's just gonna fly over there himself. Otherwise, he'd just teleport there. And as he's flying over towards it, Getty starts talking to Goku again. Bulma and her father weren't able to fully deactivate it, but at least now it doesn't seem as, well, malicious, for lack of a better word. And Getty tells Goku they could work together. Hasn't Goku noticed his accelerated growth? He's far stronger than he could be. Smarter, too. Plus, it saved Goku's life from the heart virus and Android 19. Goku isn't sure what this AI wants, but he's not going to let it take over his life. That's fine. Getty says it can still gather data from Goku, and it'll grow that way. The way it's talking to Goku right now, it seems way less ominous than before. But who knows if that's going to change. Although Getty still has pretty huge ambitions. The two of them are going to grow together. As Goku's flying to the lab, he senses a weird key, coming across a strange monster. The only reason he checks it out is because the key feels like a lot of familiar people, including Frieza. Goku comes across Cell. And Cell's a bit shocked too. He's grown a little strong by now because he's absorbed some people, but he doesn't know if he could fight Goku just at the moment. Maybe it will still be enough though. The issue is he can't find the androids anywhere, but with Goku alone, he can maybe absorb his power. Sure, he wants to test out his own perfect form against Goku when the time comes, but Goku might be forcing his hand at the moment. He doesn't really know how else he's going to win this battle. Cell says he's really glad to meet Goku. Goku learns nothing about Cell, but knows that somehow Cell knows who he is, which is definitely a problem. Not many words are exchanged. The two begin fighting. Goku immediately goes Super Saiyan, and Cell right now is actually a little bit stronger than him. This is good for him. He expected more of the person he was made to kill. And thanks to him being able to overpower Goku, amidst their fight, Cell places a hand directly on Goku, blasting a hole right through him. Goku falls to the ground, seemingly lifeless, and Cell just chuckles to himself a bit. His tail then extends out, and he prepares to absorb Goku completely. He should make for a nice snack. But weirdly enough, Goku suddenly regains consciousness. Cell thought he killed him just there, but Goku wakes up like nothing happened. And Goku's a bit concerned too. He then looks down and sees a giant hole in his torso, but the two of them watch together in shock as it repairs itself. Goku's amazed. He feels completely fine. Actually, he feels better than normal. He feels stronger. Cell is equally confused because he didn't know Saiyans could regenerate like that, but also he's a bit scared because Goku's ki feels stronger. But then he feels that same weird blind spot that everyone else felt. Since Goku inorganically regenerated, part of him is actually artificial ki right now. The Big Gete Star grabs some of the ground around Goku and turn it into new pieces of him, healing him and then of course, helping him adapt to this wound as well. The fight resumes and this time Goku ends up winning, and the Big Gete Star tries to do the same thing it did against Android 19. Although this time it's a bit different. A wire shoots out of Goku's arm, grabbing onto Cell, and then absorbing all of his power. Goku tries to stop it, not knowing what's happening. He thought Bulma deactivated this, but again, she couldn't completely deactivate Getty. It still is kind of acting on its own, and Goku really needs to figure out a way to get this under control. His ki is now partially made of Destron gas, and it can morph into Big Gete Star parts using material from the ground he fights on. That's how he was able to regenerate himself there. But the Big Gete Star saw Cell's battery too, and tries to absorb his power. Goku cuts the wire, but he already got a lot of Cell's power as part of him now. And that inorganic piece of him that was restored, that gets replaced with organic material. And now Goku's fully healed, but Cell's power is part of him. And also, he gathered the data of Cell. He knows who he is, and what he's capable of. And knowing that he could probably regenerate from this now, Goku decides to completely destroy Cell. Not only to stop Cell completely, but also prevent Getty from absorbing any more of him. He doesn't know what's going to happen if he absorbs an enemy. And on top of that, he doesn't really want to absorb people. That's not how Goku fights. He feels a lot stronger, not just adapting to his injuries during that battle, but also, obviously, from absorbing Cell. But even with this great strength, he's really worried now. But who knows what this thing is truly capable of, and how it's going to affect Goku in the future. With that, we'll leave off here for now. What do you guys think about this part? What's going to happen next? Leave your thoughts and ideas in the comments below. I'd love to see what you guys think. As usual, be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really does help out the channel, and it shows me you want to see more videos like this. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.